I spent the first hours of today working on the second Josh Allen polystyrene drawing. In particular, I worked on doing some extra detail on the front of his pants. In order to try to make them more realistic, more like how the pants actually are for a quarterback on the Buffalo Bills. I remember staying up until about 7 in the morning, then waking up at 1:30 p.m., roughly. And then from 3 to 4 p.m., Mom and I went on a grocery shopping trip at Wegmans. Where we got the strip steaks that made up part of the steak and eggs meal that I had around 4:45 p.m. after helping my mom with the groceries. Putting them away. To wherever they needed to be. The majority of them simply just needed to be put in the fridge. And we didn't need to get any eggs for the sunny side up eggs that were part of the steak and eggs meal. Since it turned out Mom already had some eggs at home. This stuff also came from our grocery shopping trip today. Well, when it comes to Wegmans packs of cheese sticks, I typically go for 2 packs of mild cheddar and 1 pack of Kobe Jack. The Kobe Jack is a kind of cheese Mom prefers more than the mild cheddar. Or at least the mild cheddar is a kind of cheese I prefer more than the Kobe Jack. Either way, I observe that Mom's usually the one to get into the Kobe Jack pack, I got a gallon of whole milk fortified with vitamin D, while Mom got a quart of 1% milk. I prefer the whole milk because I figure the extra fat in whole milk ultimately keeps you full for longer. And not that that's something that I've struggled with, that is feeling hungry not long after meals. For the second session of working on the Josh Allen Styrofoam drawing, I worked on the details for his football cleats while listening to various YouTube videos. Some motivational, others interesting. And you can find a very wide variety of content on YouTube. Also, I think during the first session of working on the Josh Allen Styrofoam drawing, the one in the early morning, I also did a bit of extra detail for the backside of his pants in order to try to again make it look like the real thing. Throughout my work on the Josh Allen Styrofoam drawing, I've had several tabs open on my Microsoft Edge browser of Bing image searches of Josh Allen. I get my ideas on what to draw from multiple different images. And in the early morning, that included 3 stripes, essentially, on the sides of his pants. Red in the middle and blue on the sides. Hopefully equal length. I only got to do that on the side where his hand ended up being raised. I think it was on the left side, where I decided to give him a full white sleeve with wrinkles depicted using a light gray Sharpie, and then a black armband around his wrist. For some reason, that arm ended up being a little raised. Therefore, I got to depict the full side pant stripes. And not so much for the other side, where because the hand was fully down, it was in the way of where the red stripe would have been. There was also a point after the steak and eggs meal that I asked what I could do to help clean up the house, and Mom got me a big bin to essentially put all of the blank pieces of polystyrene into, from the living room, in my room, there's a couple in the kitchen / dining room area, and put them all into that bin. That way, it could be a little more organized, although I haven't yet done that because I was focused on working on Josh Allen. Although I will ultimately be doing it soon. I'm almost done with both the second Josh Allen drawing and the Ladybug female Lucha Libre wrestler. And they're both of those projects are currently in my room. I also started having a cup of coffee plain in the hour or so before that Wegmans grocery shopping trip. And I almost finished it, but I didn't quite finish it until after the grocery shopping trip, where we also got some poke salads like I did the last few times. Asked about the summer avocado rolls at that sushi section. Turns out they have rice paper, so there's grains in that sushi roll. Not quite sushi, but similar to it. And Mom got a bag of frozen shrimp that we could have. And tomorrow, most likely. And these are my current side quests on Elvenar. And I am making progress on that side quest I just showed. And I believe ultimately I can manage to complete it. And the fact during the first hours of today, I did some rearranging in my city in Elvenar, following the successful completion of the last upgrade of my barracks, the main barracks.